So I'm sure, as many of you know, I am a futures strategist, meaning that I help organizations prepare for multiple different futures. And most people think they're stuck in some sort of absolute future that's ahead of us. And that is really not true, because certain people can make money no matter what's going on in the economy, and certain people never make money no matter what's going on in the economy. So it shows us that we've all got this sort of personal bubble of futures that we can work towards. That's why it's important to do two things. One, to understand the pattern that we're in and understand the context of where we are in the pattern. And two, how our mindset actually is dealing with this level of change, and how courageous are we and our organizations to transform. So what usually happens is organizations get stuck in an innovation loop. And it's nothing wrong with innovation loops, but the problem is it's often people think that's all they need to do. So let me give you two examples. The first one is airlines. There was massive innovation with airlines, and there's still massive innovations with airlines. And what did people do? They made cheaper flights, Ryanair, Kulula.com. These really created much more affordable flights, and this really helped a lot of people, and this innovation was awesome. But you also had the sort of hub and spoke approach of airlines, where they would fly you into Dubai or into Hong Kong or into Atlanta or into Singapore, and then they would spoke you out into all the other destinations that they were flying to. Also, this is great innovation and helped a lot of us travel better. We also saw ultra luxurious first class apartments in the sky, better and better business classes. And this is all innovation, incremental better, making flying better and making us travel more comfortably. But that's innovation. Do you know what disruption is, which is so weird to even think about? Airlines were disrupted with Zoom. Zoom was worth more than about 8 major airlines around the world in April 2020. Today, they are worth triple the amount of those same airlines, because the price of Zoom has exploded, and our ability to connect with people around the world and not ever get into a flight has been totally redirected. That money that has been funded towards Zoom rather than flying. Another example I saw recently was Japan Airlines. They're spending $70 million partnering with startups, developing the future of travel. And what they've developed is an avatar system that travels for you, and you stay where you are, and you get the same sensations of heat and cold and perspective that the avatar does. And they've now invented these sort of pieces of sensors that these avatars touch things wherever they are, and you get the sense of that heat or that push or that pull. And this means that the future of travel is disrupted by technology, avatars, virtual reality, this new sensory process that many of us will be utilizing over the next 10 years or so, where we could go traveling with a cousin that lives in Canada, and together we can have avatars in San Francisco, and they could be experiencing San Francisco, and we could be feeling those sensations, emotions, perspectives of those avatar systems. Plus, Zoom obviously has changed travel so much. So if you are focusing on innovation, remember that incremental change, bringing about efficiencies and modifications, fantastic. But don't kid yourself, because that's not where it ends. The disruption portion is often not even within the scope of your industry. And so you have to pan out and have a much broader perspective of what's taking away people's focus and money away from that specific thing. So international travel, Zoom, international travel, avatar system that's being developed. And there's many, many of these examples. So if you are working with your teams, if you're working with your colleagues, ask yourselves, are we innovating or are we disrupting? Because innovation is doing what we did last year, just a bit better, modified and more efficient, which is key. But disruption is making your current business model obsolete to create a new one. And everybody is disruptible. Good luck.